Hey Peter, have you heard of Fujian Catholic University Zhongmei Lake?
What is that? A lake?
It's not. It was raining heavily and the front of Zhongmei Auditorium was flooded like a lake.
I have heard that my friend recently had the same experience, and she said that her shoes were soaked in water.
It's raining a lot. It's pouring.
Yes, don't you know? Because of climate change, the probability of torrential rain occurrence is much higher.
Climate change. I heard that word a lot.
Right, because of climate change, there have been many crises and disasters.
As often reported in the news, the issue of climate change deserves our attention.
Example, the Australian heatwave I heard before made koalas look for water to drink and drowned in the swimming pool for drinking water.
That's right. It also because of heat wave that bushfire in Australia season has been prolonged.
Heat waves are just one part of extreme weather. There are other crises.
I've also heard that penguins have difficulty surviving because of the changing timing of sea ice formation and melting.
Yeah, and due to the melting glacier in the Arctic, the polar bear had no ice floes to catch, and they drowned when they were excited.
When the issue of global warming began to be taken seriously by us, such news was constantly brought up. The current crisis is not only about the change of temperature, nor is only affecting the survival of animals.
The most common thing to hear is that the sea level is rising, and many island countries are about to be submerged in water.
For example, the resort Maldives, because of its low altitude, is easily affected by the sea level.
In fact, Taiwan's situation is also very dangerous, surrounded by the sea on all sides and low-lying terrain. The coastal areas are more vulnerable to the impact of sea level rise.
I feel that climate change has caused a lot of problems, most of which are related to temperature.
You're right. The biggest reason is that the average temperature of the Earth is gradually rising, which leads to abnormal climate and also encourage the occurrence of extreme weather.
After the Industrial Revolution, humans emit a large amount of carbon dioxide and caused global warming, which led to the continuous rise of average temperature of the Earth, which is one of the reasons for climate change.
We now often hear that animals migrate to high altitudes, and marine fish swim to high latitudes because of the rising temperature, which threatens their survival, right?
That's right. It will also lead to coral reef bleaching and eventually death, affecting change in the ecosystem. Fish that live in coral reef ecosystem lost their homes.
Does that have any effect on human beings?
Of course have. For example, the food crisis and inflation, but also because of climate change, the chance of getting sick increases.
For example, allergies and asthma are more likely to be triggered due to the prolonged season of pollen transmissions. Too hot weather can also easily lead to heat stroke and heat exhaustion, which will increase people's medical expense.
It sounds like it's all about money. It seems that the amount of money is a huge burden.
It's not just money. It actually increased the social cost of the entire world and affected the survival of public.
So what can we do to slow down or improve these problems?
We can eat less meat and reduce carbon emission from livestock, buy more local product, and consume less energy for transportation and storage.
I think drive less, or drive a gasoline electric hybrid car, which can also reduce carbon dioxide emissions.
It is also a good idea to take more public transportation or try to walk bicycle as a mode of transportation.
Use less plastic product as much as possible, and buy product on the principle of multiple use.
Trees can absorb carbon dioxide, so we should also take good care of them and don't over reclamation and deforestation them.
Oceans can also store carbon, and we should maintain them too. But the most important thing is to reduce carbon dioxide emissions to solve the problem from the source.
Change from life to help the world and save ourselves. Do you change your life today?